So we're going to go ahead and start again.
If you feel like when the hot dogs are ready.
All right. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. If I can have everybody mute their microphones, please. Thank you. All right. Continuing on with our volunteer roles and responsibility. If you're part of our social media team, your job is to light up hashtag Dia Oakland with your Instagram, taking photos and videos as you go along throughout the event. You're responsible for using your own mobile device. Your IG account must be public, and you do have to use the hashtag Dia Oakland in all of your posts for the social media team to take your post and repost it on the Unity Council's Instagram account. So some tips and tricks about it. Make sure you have clean lenses, set your high resolution settings on your videos and your camera, and please focus all of your photos and videos. All right. I don't know why I went back there. All right. So to check in, please try and arrive 15 minutes before your shift. You're going to the volunteer headquarters located at 3301 East 12th Street, Suite 201. So it will be on the second floor in Oakland. When you arrive, if you are a student and minor participant, make sure you have a completed participation form when you check in. Team leads, if you're one of my team leads for the day, you will have a walkie-talkie. So in exchange for that, we need a photo ID just to make sure that they are turned in at the end of the day. You'll receive a purple wristband, a safety vest with your confirmed assignment, as well as a map and your volunteer t-shirt. You will be then grouped by your teams, introduced to your team lead for the day, and walk to the area to meet your area manager. All right, to check out, return to HQ after your shift is over. Turn in your safety vest and check out with the staff out front. Team leads, if you are only working for the first part of the day, just make sure that you turn in your walkie-talkie at the end of your shift. Again, we are going to do the raffle after every shift is over, so please stay for that. We will provide lunch, as Angelica mentioned earlier. If you're in shift 1 and 2, you can have your lunch right after your shift. For shift 3, starting at 1 o'clock, we encourage you to arrive 30 minutes before your shift starts. That way you can have lunch before you can start your shift. Okay, here is a layout of the whole entire street and all the street closures for Dia this Sunday. And you will have a copy of this as well. So I'll just go through this. So these are the areas that are broken down. Each of these areas will have an area manager, which will be part of our A to Z team. Team leads and volunteers will be reporting to each of their area managers, and then you can start your shifts from there. A couple of things to note. Right here, if you see my mouse circling, that is our security. So that's going to be right off of 37th and International. And it's not on this map, but we have first aid right over. Oh, sorry. First aid is right
there.
So
one block over.
Just a little bit over right there. Okay.
Just to add really quick, just one more thing to add to the map. If you can go back really quick, Tara.
Let me see if I can. There we
go. Lost and found. Somebody asks about they lost their phone, their keys. We'll have lost and found at the security booth. If a parent gets lost, children are to be brought to the security booth, not to the stages, not to headquarters, not to volunteer headquarters. All lost children, or I like to say lost parents, we bring them to the security booth. And if somebody loses their keys, their phone, that's what we'd like to encourage them. I just wanted to give you a quick little, I'm going to do a quick walkthrough from the left to the right. From the left over here in area 1, that's our main stage, and kind of leads into where the sponsors. Oh, go ahead. There's an echo, I think, Tara.
Let's see.
One of them, if you can mute. There's the sponsors in area 2. Our food court goes from 35th and International down to East 12th, right here. And then area 3 is more sponsors, and vendors. Area 4 is the beginning of our low riders plus some vendors. Area 5, more vendors. Area 6, vendors and low riders. And then if you're familiar with in previous years, street soccer happens at the towards the tail end of the festival, and they do a street soccer tournament throughout the day. To the left, coming out of BART into the Fruitvale Village, area 7, that's where most of the altars are. And that people come off of BART and they end up right into the festival. And then to the right, I mentioned that was the food court, and then all of the kids area, which is between 35th and 37th, is in this blue right here. If some vendors ask where they can drop their garbage,
We're breaking up a little bit.
at the tail end of 37th over here. And vent rooms, porta potties on every side street from 33rd down to 38th or 39th, excuse me. That was it. Thank you.
All right, guys. So transportation to the festival, we do highly recommend that you take public transportation.
I mean, I would have remembered on that day, but
Oh, Nadia, do you mind muting your microphone? Okay, so we do recommend that you take public transportation. Fruitvale BART is a short 2-minute walk away from the senior center. Please bike or ride share if you can. Parking is limited due to all the road closures. So just be mindful as you guys are planning your travel to your shift that you kind of like plan additional time in case you do have to either take your car, bike, or have to take public transportation. Okay, so safety first is our top priority. If you see something, say something. I know we've all heard this before. So if you see something that's happening and you need assistance, if you see anybody walking with a black t-shirt that says production, you can go to them. They will all have walkie-talkies, or you can find your team lead or your area manager once you get introduced to them when your shift starts. So please report any suspicious behavior to event management. We have presence from Oakland Police Department as well, and security. In the event of an emergency, there are 2 designated evacuation locations: the Smart and Final parking lot on International and 42nd Avenue, and the 2nd floor BART parking lot, which will be right next to the senior center. Again, first aid station will be on 37th, and security and lost and found will also be on 37th as well, between 37th and East 12th Street. All right, so some reminders. Please arrive 15 minutes before your shift, 30 minutes for shift 3 if you guys are doing lunch ahead of time. Claudia, do you mind muting your phone? We recommend that you wear long sleeve layers. It's going to be as cold as 49 and up to 65 on Sunday. So we recommend the long layers because we don't want you to cover up your fabulous commemorative t-shirts with jackets or any, kind of cover up. We want you guys to be visible when you guys are at the festival. You guys will be the eyes and ears, like we had mentioned before. So if any attendee needs assistance, we want to make sure that they can, point you guys out. So if you guys need to take a break, just make sure you let your team lead know. They can hold your position until you come back. All day shifts, if you are here from 9 to 5, you will have 2 short 15-minute breaks and 1 30-minute lunch break. All team leads, please return your walkie-talkies. Again, you will be exchanging it for a photo ID, so I'm pretty sure you want that before you leave. And then the restrooms are only available to volunteers and volunteer staff only. So it is not a public restroom. So we are going to try to be very tight on security to make sure that the only people allowed at the senior center is just volunteer staff or production staff. Okay, so while you guys are out and about, even though we do have a dedicated social media team, we do encourage you guys to please take out your phones. We want you to have fun. I mean, like, yes, you are volunteering, you are assisting us with a lot of, the production needs, but we want you guys to have fun. So as you guys are going around and you see something that you want to share, please use the hashtag Dia Oakland when you guys are using your social media. So these are some of our social media links that you can use. So there's a Facebook page as well as an Instagram, Twitter, and yes, they are on TikTok. And without you guys, this event could not happen without you. We need as much support as we can get, and we do appreciate your time that you are donating to put this on, as well as volunteering and spreading the word about Dia this year. Does anybody have any questions? You can now unmute.
We have some questions in the chat. Lilena asked, which area are we supposed to go to at first when we check in the volunteer headquarters?
3301 East 12th Street.
Yes, you will be checking in at the senior center. And Sonia mentioned the address, but we will send you an email confirmation after this orientation, which will outline your position, your shift time, as well as the location of where to meet us.
Another person asked, where are the designated parking areas on the map? Could we please show the map and if there's parking designated area?
There's no specific designated parking area for the festival itself. It will be public parking wherever you can find it. Again, because of all of the road closures, it's going to be very, very limited. So do, try to account for time as if you are driving in to look for parking.
Sorry, this is Teresa. Isn't there the parking garage? Isn't that open? I know it gets full.
Yes.
But
Yes.
Yes.
The BART parking lot, correct. It is available. It's usually full by the morning with all of the vendors that come in, but yes.
Yeah, we
have
don't like to call it an official parking lot for the festival because it is
Mhm.
not. But it is available and it is first come, first serve.
So I'm signed up as a parking attendant. This is Kate.
Hi, Kate.
And hi. So what will I be attending to if there isn't a parking lot?
So we will have a lot of areas for you that you can probably jump into. That was a last minute change. So that's why we had mentioned that if you were a parking lot attendant or signed up for parking lot attendant, that we would call you a floater.
I see.
Until we can find a position for you.
Okay, great. I'm for the afternoon, so I assume I'll just find out at check-in.
Absolutely.
I'm going to come to the event anyways, but
absolutely.
Okay, cool.
We'll find a place for everybody.
Okay.
Thank you. We got another question. Do you have handicap parking for volunteers?
Again, we don't have any designated space that we can call festival parking, or do we have designated spaces for staff parking? So if
But at the BART parking lot, there is handicap of spots available on that very first row. Mhm.
Yeah, so on the first floor, they usually have the handicap right there, but you do have to come early.
Thank you. Another question. Gerardo asked, can we bring a backpack?
We recommend that you don't bring a lot of valuable items with you as much as possible. Again, if you were to store anything at the senior center, just know that it is an open public space and people will be going in and out. So we can't secure belongings you will be able to leave items there, but again, we won't be able to secure it. Just know that we recommend that you don't bring anything valuable with you.
Thank you, Tara. The next question, Diana asks, what is social media going to do in specific at the event? The social media engagement position, Diana? Yeah, so she means social media engagement.
So social media, again, they are basically capturing photos and videos of Dia in all of its glory. So we ask that they, again, use their own personal device for that, that their Instagram account is public, and that they use the hashtag Dia Oakland with every single post. That way the social media team for the Unity Council will see it and repost it on your behalf.
Thank you, Tara. Diana, does that answer your question?
So Dana, I see your question about switching shifts. Yeah, absolutely. If you want to come in a little bit earlier, we can definitely accommodate and find a space for you. And yes, Barb, there are volunteer t-shirts. They are exclusively designed by Oaklandish. So you guys have a really good local designer who designed the t-shirts this year. So you get to walk away with very limited edition Oakland Dia de los Muertos t-shirt.
Only the volunteers get the white t-shirts, so you can't even buy them. So you're
It's
pretty
not
exclusive.
available merch.
Yeah, exactly.
Hi, this is Karen. I'm a volunteer. Can you hear me? Sorry.
Yes, go ahead, Karen.
Great. So yeah, I'm looking actually at my check-in as a greeter, and our responsibility. Sorry, long day. Responsibilities include greeting festival attendees as they enter and exit the festival, as well as requesting guests to complete a quick survey on the event. When Barb and I check in, because we are on the 1 to 5 shift. Do we receive something? Is there a QR code, or how are we ascertaining their feedback when we check in, presumably at the senior center? Thank you.
I'll jump in, Tara. When you show up for the day, Karen, before you go out on your shift, we'll make sure if we're doing it paperless or if we're continuing with the survey, and if it'll be paperless or if it will be through just sheets of paper. So we will definitely let you know on that, on the morning that you, or on the afternoon that you check in.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do we have any other questions?
Yeah, I have one question.
Mhm.
If we're gonna volunteer, should we bring like a volunteer form so that you guys can put in our hours? Because I know my school has a volunteer form and I just have to like fill it out with the hours and what I did.
Yes, the contact information is on the slide. In regards to volunteer hours, yes, your volunteer hours can be counted and we can definitely sign off on that.
Okay, thank you so much.
I think that was all the questions, unless anyone has anything else.
Well, we do appreciate everybody for joining us for this orientation. I will try to gather all the recordings to put them all together for the people who have not been able to attend. And if you want to also kind of recap with the video, but please look out for my email confirmation that will again confirm your position, your shift times, and the areas that we're looking to help throughout the festival, as well as a copy of the orientation slides as a reference as well. And if you do have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. And yeah, we actually look forward to seeing you guys on Sunday.
Thank you all.
Thank you,
See you.
everyone.
Bye.
Um,
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
one moment. Angelica and Tara,